Hey!
Hey!
Welcome back to Are You Serious? My name is Isaac Abrams. To my right and your left is Alvin Suvers. And
my name is Nick Pyatt.
His name is Nick Pyatt.
Let's
go. Take a look out for Nick's new podcast, Broken Records.
Crack the Record. It's called Crack the Record.
Ooh, Broken Records actually might be better, though. It's not too late.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not out yet,
not
so
better.
we can actually really change it.
It's not better.
Nick's got his own podcast now. He's finally flown the coop. He's spreading his wings.
Shady
talking
Rays.
about music.
These are nice.
I'm talking about Nick's podcast.
I'll try them.
They're really
you're
nice.
going to stretch them out.
I know. My head's real big.
No.
Wait, hold on. Before we move on, this is a fun fact. Do you remember the Adam West Batman?
Yes.
You know, they started the design of that mask based on upside down sunglasses.
Wow.
When you look at the Adam West Batman, you can see that it's a pair of Ray-Bans flipped over on his face, and that's like it's outlined in yellow, and that's how they started the design of his mask. They're like, so here, we'll start here, and then we'll build around it.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
That as soon as you said that and you were doing that,
You were like,
yeah,
that's the fucking Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Upset. That
That
Adam
makes
West
me
Batman.
so mad
It's so fun.
that I didn't think of that myself.
upside down sunglasses.
Yeah.
Or the entire Batman concept.
The Batman thing. I wish I had come up with it.
Yeah, I know.
it's
Shark repellent.
It's really too bad for you that you didn't come up with that before you were born.
Right. Okay. Let's
stupid.
Okay. Let's create a superhero.
The power or just the name?
The power and the glory.
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns.
Welcome back to PNW. This is the PNW podcast. The Power PNW podcast.
Mm-hmm. Who sang that "Proud to Be an American" song?
Jim Buffett.
James Buffet.
No. Michael.
Bublé.
Yes.
Rappaport.
Nope.
No.
Neither
Christ. It's
one
not
of
who-
them. Definitely not.
You know who it is.
Proud to be an American.
Right.
I don't.
Lee Greenwood.
Is that right?
Fucking stuck that
Is
one.
that true?
Yes, that's Lee Greenwood.
And I'm proud to be an American.
We're Lee. Oh, I thought we were.
We were. We
gotta
that
get
song
that-
is
that's-
powerful.
I gotta say that definitely explains a little bit of who you are. That you know that one because you've never been able to name the artist that we
I
were
don't know
talking
shit.
about.
I just popped out of my head.
You just happened to get that one right off the top of your head.
Well, to be fair, every 4th of July, I
You're
have
very-
to rip it off of YouTube and like stick it over inappropriate footage of something
You're
else.
very proud to be an American.
I am, and I
A
think
little
we should.
too proud, I might say. Maybe
I'm-
you're
I'm-
January 6th proud.
I'm a
but,
boy that's proud to be here
Oh, wow.
in America. One could say. One could say.
Keep going.
One could say that I'm a proud man.
Oh, interesting.
I'm a proud man.
Proud man.
Father of the smaller version of a proud son.
So you're proud son. Oh God, it's powerful.
Dude, we're gonna get kicked off of YouTube.
What's the first verse? What's the first line? Of
From the lines of Carolina.
Is that right?
No. From the,
If tomorrow all the things were gone,
if tomorrow all the things were gone,
I worked for all my life,
I worked for all my life,
and I had to start again.
and I had to start again
With just my children and my wife.
with just my children and my wife.
I thank my lucky stars
Thank my lucky star
to be living here today.
to be living here today.
Well, hold on, because the flag still stands for freedom, and
Yep.
you can't take that away.
Oh!
Cause I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free.
Making it great again. Redacted. You're out of frame, dude. You're out of all the frames.
Next man, when in the fucking third verse, when they do the and I gladly stand up, rest, dun, dun,
Next
next to you. Shit's powerful,
That
man.
dude. Dude,
Oh
that's
my God.
that's like one of those timings you used to put in our songs where you're like, let's do a song in 7/8, dude. We're like, we can't count to 7, man.
I played music with you guys. Cyber's the only one that can do 7/8.
Yeah. That's what I just said.
It's funnier when he says it. That song's powerful. That's a powerful
Okay, what's the
song.
most powerful American Pride song?
That might be it.
Don't Stop Believing.
That's fair.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay.
What song
Answer.
makes you cry every time you hear it?
No song.
You don't get emotional to any song.
No, it don't make me cry though. Going to California, Led Zeppelin. When I was like 14 years old, I got drunk on cheap wine in my bedroom, and had headphones on and was listening to Zeppelin 2, Zeppelin 4, whatever.
It's four.
Yeah. Was listening to going, and that was like when I'd never been to California or the West Coast or even on a plane at that point. One of my first airplane was 17. But I remember listening to that song, and I was like, it just gave me this feeling of like, I got to get the fuck out of this place. And I was drunk on wine, and I was 14. I was by myself in my bedroom, all the lights off, headphones on.
That sounds like a Zeppelin lyric.
I know.
Drunk on my wine.
I know.
But you don't.
That didn't sound like that.
Drunk on my wine.
I'm not sure you've heard Led Zeppelin, but
You know that great song off Zeppelin 9?
It's like, yo, I'm drunk on my wine.
drunk on my wine.
I like trains.
Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. You know the Ding Fries Are Done guy, the front man of Led Zeppelin?
Did you just say dick fries are done?
No, you don't remember Ding Fries Are Done?
yeah, it's Robert Plant-Based Foods.
That's really good.
What about you, Nick? Do you have any emotions? Do you cry when you hear a song?
Ooh, it's a Kesha song.
Don't stop, rap, damn, to the beady drop.
No,
Nope.
but no, there is a Kesha song, "Praying." I think that is it's a very emotional one that's hard not to get caught up in a little bit. "Don't Stop Believing" for me gets very emotional.
Yeah?
I think. Yep.
Oh,
if you
man.
have a dream and you listen to "Don't Stop Believing" after a night of a couple drinks, it is hard not to get emotional.
Do you
about
have
that.
a dream?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 4.
Oh, okay.
Four.
We just move on. We don't ask them
In
what they are.
priority order. Okay, great.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. I hope you get 5. Anyway, actually, as I think about it, there is an Olivia Rodrigo song that makes me.
Off the new album?
Ooh, which one?
No, it's Traitor.
Oh.
Okay, off the first.
That song, my daughter performed that song like 4 years ago.
Dude, if your daughter
And-
sings the ABCs, you're going to fucking tear up.
You were so emotional about that song, you sent it to all of us.
Oh yeah,
You remember that?
Yeah.
You
didn't get
sent
it.
that to all of us. We
Yeah.
all sat there and listened to it and was like, yeah, if that was my daughter, I'd be emotional about it too.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh my god! And now when I hear the
Isaac
song,
really
I'll-
cared.
I'll like hear that song at like a mall, and it'll like fuck me up. I'll be like, I need to go to the fucking bathroom right now.
And jerk
And fucking, I gotta cut loose. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
Like,
Any musical theater song for me will make me
oh
cry.
fuck off!
I'm not kidding.
Are you kidding?
Especially
9,021.
Oh my god! I listened to Rent the other day on the way to a comedy show that I was performing at, and I got there and I was still had tears coming down my face, and they were like, "Do you want to go up?" And I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, "What's the deal with sad songs you guys bomb my ass
Why
up."
is AIDS so sad?
Why was AIDS so sad? What happened to AIDS, everybody?
Magic Johnson cured it with money.
Dude, I bought so. I
It's
said this on the show.
a good opening line is, God, I'm so glad AIDS is over.
I can't wait to cut that out of this episode. I bought so many of his rookie cards the minute I found out that he had AIDS, and I just prayed for death. And then I gave all of those cards to my nephew.
I pray.
Dear Lord.
You know what I'm not super proud of, but I didn't sell it. The
Pornography?
like when there was like the moment the first helicopter was hovering over the helicopter that Kobe Bryant died in, I was on eBay ordering Kobe Bryant memorabilia. And I never sold it. I kept it.
Because the market's flooded. You can't.
No, I didn't even try.
It's not worth anything.
I didn't even try because once I got it, I was like, oh,
if the
I actually
only
want to keep
actionable thing that you could have said was that you were trying to buy the helicopter remains, like that would be worth something.
Oh, that's kind of
Would have been too soon.
No, that's not cool at all.
You just keep calling to WKXP and you're like, $50 for the tail. $50 for the tail. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like the tail of the helicopter.
100 if it's got blood on it.
Oh my god.
Her blood. I'll take 2 seats, please.
Vanessa Bryant won a lawsuit against the LAPD because of actual scenarios like that.
Right.
Because they were trying to sell the helicopter?
The cops at the scene took pictures on their cell phones and started showing people.
Ugh.
And she won a lawsuit because there was enough proof that they had been texting them and telling people. And like basically one of the victim's parents was at a like get together and somebody she walked over and found out that like the group of people had been looking at remains.
Jesus. That's morbid. Thanks for bringing it down, Nick.
Now, see, okay.
So yeah, if the blood was on the blood.
That was funny.
But only if it's got the blood in.
Oh, okay. Has any celebrity's death ever made you cry?
Ooh, actually, Tom Petty came very close.
Yeah.
To me, like for me, that was one of the more emotional ones. Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah.
Taylor Hawkins was probably the only one that actually even bothered me slightly.
Yeah, Taylor was a bummer, man.
Yeah.
Especially because Keith fucked up our hang one time.
Now, Tom Petty didn't bother me, and here's why. Not because I don't love him. I think he's, made some incredible
because
music.
he was older.
Well, maybe partially because of that, but also he started to kind of get on my nerves because of all the goddamn lawsuits that he was a party. Like, he sued the Chili Peppers for a song that's like psychotically not even close.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Fucking Danny California.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like
Last Dance with Mary Jane, but sort of.
I didn't realize there was any sort of lawsuit.
And he's had like 10 of them, and then he blames them on his record company, but he's not dead.
Okay.
False flag.
Birds aren't real.
But yeah, I don't. Fuck Tom Petty.
Kobe's actual death. Kobe's death made me emotional.
Yeah, it did.
And it's
especially
not
because he died with his daughter.
It's not even because I'm a Lakers fan. That too. Like
there were
kids involved in that accident. But he was the epitome and example of hard work and dedication to something.
Facts.
And it's hard to not get caught up in some of those feelings when you realize someone worked that hard for that long, and then as soon as it was over, when he was
got it taken away,
when it was time to reap the benefits of everything he had worked for, it was taken away.
And
from
just
him.
relax and play some golf, and just like you've been grinding for
he
fucking
lose it all in
30
Vegas.
years.
Well, and it was very, very public that he sacrificed family time.
Right.
For he had made that known.
Yeah.
And it was time to finally spend the time with his family. His wife sacrificed a ton to be with him, and then she was just not able to reap those benefits of all of the hard work that they both put in.
And the funny thing is that, like, if they hadn't enjoyed the benefits of his success, they would have just driven to wherever they were going.
That's true. I mean, this. You think about
he
this.
started doing that. He started using the helicopter to spend more time with his family.
Sure.
The reason they were doing the helicopter is because he lived in Orange County and played at the Staples Center. Mm-hmm. So he figured out that he could take a helicopter from somewhere near his neighborhood straight to the arena. And when he realized that, he was like, okay, this is my back and forth now. He had been doing that for years.
Oh, because that's like a 20-minute helicopter ride, and it's a 2.5-hour drive.
And it's sort of unpredictable, too, because it's LA traffic.
And so he realized at some point, I can be there before the girls have to go to bed, after the games, after practice, whatever. And so he started doing that. He'd been doing it for years.
Can you imagine taking a helicopter to work every day?
I could imagine it. Yeah.
Well, you could.
I can imagine.
The
interesting thing.
I can't imagine.
Two interesting things. One of them, someone like Kobe Bryant that has that much. Like if Kobe Bryant's agent just called up every Fortune 1000 company and said, "Hey, if your sales teams want Kobe Bryant to come in for 10 minutes, it's $100,000." He would be booked fucking every hour of every day for the rest of his life. To just come in and just be like, Mamba mentality, whatever, and they'd be like, holy fuck, and then their sales would go up by 30% because they're just stoked to be around fucking Kobe Bryant, right? So the ability, that's just an example. There's a million ways he could monetize his fame and his hustle and all these things. And it's not, maybe at some point it's not about money for him, but it's like money changes things, and money can change the world. Resources can change the world, bought with money. And so if he just decided for the next 10 years to do that with sales teams around the world, he could probably bring water to every kid that doesn't have access to clean running water in the world just by doing sales engagements. And like, if he just applied that same grind to whatever the fuck he wanted, he's just at a place in his life where like every minute, like you hang out with your kids for an hour at the park, that was $150,000 you could have made. Not saying that you should have,
right?
But that like every minute of your life is monetizable when you're Kobe Bryant. And so it's like, yes. And so it's like, do I sleep for 4 hours tonight, or do I sleep for 9 hours tonight? And I have to understand that extra 5 hours is like $750,000.
But when's enough?
The reason that I even brought that up originally is he actually thought like that in reference to just basketball. He had one goal of winning championships and being the best basketball player on the planet. And applied it to every facet of his life. He was obsessed with not sleeping as much and getting more time on the court. To the point that it's inspiring to, personal character aside, right? Because there are some things that people can point out that he wasn't obviously the best dude from time to time, but his dedication is unmatched amongst other humans that we're all aware of.
So what you're saying is
he was a warrior amongst men as far as that goes.
So I'm pretty much
that's what's inspiring.
I'm the Kobe Bryant of podcasting. Is what you're saying.
They're big shoes to fill. And
I think you got up at what, 9:30 this morning.
But it's all relative to when you go to bed. I went to bed at 9:15.
It is pretty funny. It is pretty funny to get 14 hours of drunk sleep, wake up, like sort of shit your pants on the way to the bathroom, just go mama mentality, and then dry yourself off from a half shower with no soap used with a t-shirt and just be like, fucking living that mamba life, dog.
Okay, first of all, how do you know about the t-shirt? And second of all, I went to bed at 3:30 last night.
I'm just trying to do mama mentality.
I was mamba-ing clients' clips and social media influencing stuff.
At the bar.
No, I was not at the bar. I was at the house.
Drinking.
On the couch, putting in the reps, getting in my 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours, a mamba is fuck. Dude, you're so mamba right now.
I have my 10,000 hours in podcasting.
Dude, hustle, grind, mamba. It was really sad, though. It really was. And then once I got that stuff in, I used that Kobe Bryant mug like every day for 2 years. I got like a plaque with all of his rookie cards and shit. Kept that.
I went to the Staples Center that day.
There was a shit ton of people there.
Oh, and one of them was a Laker.
Lamar Odom. He was probably passed out on the street in front of it, high on cocaine and shit.
No, there's one of the Lakers rookies that had started calling Kobe dad. Literally, was at the memorial crying that day.
Jesus,
like day of, and then I'll never forget this either. There were news helicopters up above, and people started getting pissed that there were helicopters above day of.
That it was disrespectful to be flying helicopters.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I mean, that's kind of fucking stupid.
Like, I remember people screaming, like, why are they doing this? Like, why are they having a helicopter? Because it's really annoying to be on the ground when a helicopter's floating above. So on top of that.
But like a bunch of people in Lakers jerseys being like, the helicopters are triggering me. I just like kind of want to throw them into the blades of that fucking helicopter. Because like, I respect, like give the guy his due. Everyone should fucking go outside and salute this guy for Kobe Bryant. He was,
It was super weird too because the Grammys were at the Staples Center that night.
Is that right?
Yeah. So we were all like,
you think I give a damn about a Grammy? Half of you people can't stomach me, let alone stand me.
Oh.
But Slim, what if you win? Would it be weird? Why?
Thanks
So you guys could just lie to get me here?
So
what do you think is the worst age to be and why?
41. No.
Old.
Whatever.
Old.
I think the correct answer is whatever age you are now.
I mean, that is like, yeah. I mean, life is about trying to figure out how to take things for granted the least amount, because that's when I mean, those are the moments. Life just happens, right? And then something big happens, and then you realize how delicate, fragile, how much you shouldn't take it for granted. But the next morning it's just fucking Groundhog Day. You wake up and you're like, fucking, I wish I had my strawberry flavored mini wheats. Just got my regular mini wheats, and we got 1% milk instead of 2% milk, and I don't even want to get out of bed.
How do you make your mouth like a camel like that?
But
no, I think the thing they don't tell you when you're growing up is that you never age in your head.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
You hit like 16 or 17, you get emotionally developed or mentally developed, and then I think you hit an emotional maturity at like 25 or 30, and you're locked into that for the rest of your life.
25, 30, yes.
Yeah, I feel 25.
Yeah.
I don't feel any older than when I was 16. My body just keeps getting fatter and slower.
And I think you probably just feel that way I mean, I feel the same. I feel like I'm the same person that I was when I was 27. But
it'd be great to go back to 25 because we wouldn't have to deal with smartphones.
I think the best age to be is between 25 and 30. Is that like moment?
Yeah.
It's challenging though too. Your theory on the 27 club is that it's just a number and it's just a statistic that you're pulling arbitrarily. You might be right. My theory on it was always this idea that like when your brain kind of becomes the person that you're going to be for the rest of your life, it's a challenging time. I mean, it was for me, like around 26, 27, 28.
Definitely.
I liked it. I was like, oh, this feels better. I am who I am in this skin.
Yeah.
I didn't really like who I was in high school. I didn't feel like my personality fit my body. But when I hit 25, I was like, I can be this much of an asshole to everyone every day for the rest of my life.
I figured it out. I'm this much attractive, so I get to be this much asshole. It's perfect.
But the other thing about it, there's a sex thing to it, right? Like I think there's an age, there's a golden age for men, which is different than the golden age for women. Like women
I'm
hit
still waiting for my golden age.
Well, you're very young. You're not even 40 yet.
Yeah, true.
So I think the golden age for men is 45 to 55.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Can't wait.
Because you're at your highest earning potential.
Okay.
You still have some athletic ability. You're not like, oh my God, I can't play golf anymore. You still hang out with your friends.
You're making some strong points.
There's a case to be made for 40 to 50. Like your 40s could be your golden decade, but 45 to 55, if you maintain any bit of physical activity and you stay in shape, you can still procreate with women 30 and up, all the way to your 60. I mean, who's the guy that plays in Yellowstone? What's that guy? Kevin Costner? And fucking Robert De Niro. These 70, 80-year-old guys are still banging 28, 29-year-old chicks.
It's true. It's true. Poor girls.
Yeah.
Poor girls.
I'm going to go with 98.
98's the
worst age to be.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Oh,
So
the
here's
worst
why.
age.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, yeah.
So the worst age to be, if you're 98 years old, you're not healthy.
No.
Like no one at 98 is truly healthy.
It's all
right?
relative, but yeah.
But you've also not hit that big number. And you haven't even hit 99, which means you're not really anticipating it because it's a long way away and you know how long 2 years is at that point.
Yeah.
Right? So
Okay, that's interesting.
I think you're just like, oh,
But why is 98
long
worse? Why is 98 worse than 97?
because you've gotten one more year older, one more year less healthy. But you're not at that point
cusp.
where you're like, ooh, I'm going to be 100 soon.
Right. Yeah. You're not.
I don't want to be 100.
No, but like if you get to that point, you've gotten you all of a sudden have something to look forward to potentially with the celebration around you turning 100.
Yeah.
Nobody's making a big deal about 98 versus 97.
And even in your death, when they're like, "Oh yeah, he died at 98," they're like, "Oh, that's pretty old." They say that's pretty old when you're 89.
What's her name?
He had a good run.
Was it Betty White that died at 99? Everyone's like, "Oh, she almost made it."
Yeah, she made it.
That's the story.
When you have your 90th birthday, every other birthday is just
Let's see if you can make it to 100.
icing on the cake.
Right,
No
right.
pun intended.
Like every year, once you hit 90, people are like, "Wow, you might make it to 100, huh?" And you're like, "I don't know, maybe."
And at 98, you're still years away, but nobody's celebrating it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, this answer-
your 98th birthday might actually be the worst day
Yep. Of any life.
of your life.
I think that I'm going to choose the last day of my life. And it's going to be on my birthday.
Unless you're like 119 and you aren't going to make it to the oldest person ever, and you're like, why does this have to keep going?
Yeah, it depends on your quality
You've lived
of life.
like literally 50 years longer than everyone else that you were friends with.
Everyone you know and love is dead.
Even your kids and their kids.
I mean, that's
Like,
possible.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
Very possible.
Well, how old do you want to live? And it's interesting because your answer would probably be different because you have kids. But like, do you have a number in your head? Like, if I make it to here, I had a good run.
It's just about quality of life. I mean, my expectation is that my quality of life is going to be such that I at least right now have the point of view that I would rather just be gone, is like 85 or so, start to lose your mind, start to lose your control. People start worrying about you more than they worry about yourself.
The vice president starts challenging your questions and authority.
Yeah, the vice president's like, saying weird shit like you're saying, and you're like, ooh, or the president, I guess now.
Well, that was inferring that you were the president at the time.
Oh, I got you.
I got it.
Got you.
What? Thank you, because my jokes are
Ha.
too cerebral
that's
for your slow ass.
That's
What's
interesting.
yours? How old do you want to live till?
Ooh. I used to say 25, but I got way past that at some point. So
I never thought I was going to go past 30. Every day past that, it's been like another one.
yeah. So I would have to at this point say something like 80 so that I can live to see. We might have some kids here in the next couple of years, and I can live to see them be adults.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see them have kids?
Maybe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine being a grandparent's fun. It looks fun.
I think you did it smart by having your kids so young.
It wasn't exactly on purpose, but I am very thankful.
I mean, you're going to be. They're
I'm
going to
be under 50 by the time they're both 18 and out of the house.
You'll be well under 50.
Yeah,
You're going to be almost 40.
yeah. No, I'll be 40.
Doesn't
Let's
matter.
see. Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
but
it's 2033.
if I
my
start
younger
now,
daughter's 18.
let's say I impregnate a young man tomorrow.
Go on.
That means I'm 45 by the time the kid is born. And that means I'm 50.
Sorry, I can't get past it. I can't get
45 when the kid is born is 63 when they're graduating high school.
Dude,
How old's your young man at that time?
he's of childbearing age.
Still? When
I mean, listen,
when
we're
his
talking about
offspring is
we're talking
18?
about legal adults here. We're talking about 18 and up.
Okay, so you and your 18-year-old
Child prodigy boy.
but this is the one that's bearing your child, though.
Very, very proud.
Bearing it, but like loosely bearing it, like a bear, like a bear. The bear necessity.
Proud boy bear.
Proud boy bear. Proud boy bear. Bear, like the traditional spelling.
All right, next card.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
What was a moment in your life when there was a lot? Oh, never mind. Okay.
That's a really long question.
Yeah, don't worry about it. What's something you're currently passionate about? The first thing that comes to mind is a lyric. I think it's an Eminem song about an old-fashioned, passionate ass whooping.
Oh, passion, ass.
Which isn't something I'm currently passionate about, but
Yeah.
that was my first thought.
For me, that's sushi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is principles. I've been real like the last 2 years. I've been real passionate about principles,
So,
about like principled thinking.
Oh, I thought you meant the ones
Probably
at your
healthier
school.
than sushi, but you know.
Yeah, I mean sushi's delicious, but have you tried principled thinking? Like like in a creative field, you have to give a lot of feedback, right? And earlier in my career, I very much would like wear the hat of like a creative director, even though that wasn't my fucking role. And I can't, I mean, you probably know from experience or can just expect that like anyone that's in a creative review, all of a sudden everyone's a creative director and everyone has a creative opinion.
Yep.
And like over the last 3 or 4 years, I have really consciously tried to pull myself away from that and not pollute other people's ideas by being like, you asked for my opinion and you also asked for me to act like I'm an artist within that.
Right.
And that's the way people just as stock behave. They're just like, I don't really like it. It looks like the Vanilla Ice album cover. And so like my point, like even if I have those reactions, I go into reviews and I just try to share the principles behind what I see and what I feel and not pollute the conversation with me trying to act like I'm an artist.
Are you talking about To the Extreme?
That's
when
a-
you say Vanilla Ice album cover, where he's
Yeah.
standing on the cover in the like American flag.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know, I
That's
mean,
awesome. By the way, every creative should look like that.
agreed. I mean, To the Extreme, he rocked the mic like a vandal.
Ooh,
He lights up a stage and he waxes a chump
like a candle.
deadly. When I flow dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you know.
Wait a minute. He's pushing a 5.0.
With the top rolled back so his hair can blow.
Right.
Rag top down, so his hair can
Rag
blow.
top
Yeah.
down. Okay, there
and
we go.
Nick's getting a convertible.
Yeah.
That's
You are Vanilla
a
Ice.
stretch.
No, okay, but seriously, for
I-
the,
You got to frost those
I
tips.
will definitely, if I get a Mustang convertible,
Get a tracksuit.
the first thing I'll do is make sure that song is blasted while the top.
will
is
you
down.
get a gold chain and a tracksuit like you just said?
Yeah.
No, but I will blast that song around.
Do you remember? Okay,
Will you do 3 cuts in the hair?
I
I've
do.
had that plenty of times in my life.
So bring it
Do
back.
you-
Would you bring it back just for the purchase?
I wanted that so bad in the 80s and early 90s.
Oh, me too, so bad.
That I caused problems at home by getting the haircut and then coming home.
oh.
Like,
Oh, you got it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
You
get
made
it.
that
I wish
choice.
I
Showing up like as a as old as you had to be to go get your own haircut. I went and got 3 lines in my head.
do you remember the tracksuits that had? They're like super thin. It's not like the Adidas ones that are like cloth, but they look like
Oh, yeah.
very
the
thin
windbreaker.
parachute pants.
Yeah, windbreaker.
Oh,
Yeah, the windbreaker. Stuff. That was a good look. Like an A shirt, otherwise known as a wife beater, a gold chain, a tracksuit, zip down, 40 to 30 to 40% of the way.
Oh yeah.
Fucking some high top Jordans.
Boston accent. Matt and Ben, here we go.
Man, a nice watch, like a good 2-tone Rolex.
Did you get a new watch? I noticed the gold on you.
It looks really nice. It's well built. It's a Swiss watch, but it's a swatch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it's no whatever this is.
I mean, it kind of looks like a
Rolex.
tag or maybe a Rolex, like from a very long distance.
It'll pass.
but-
I did think it was a Rolex.
yeah, no, not yet. When I'm 40, I've got about 18 months, and I'm going to buy myself a Rolex.
One of my clients told me as we were getting drinks after the first round of podcasts that we produce, he said he was a big fan of giving gifts, and that if we hit a certain financial benchmark, he would like to get me a used Rolex.
A used. He
Yeah.
was specific.
Oh yeah, he was like, I can't wait to buy you a used Rolex.
A very nice,
Yes, very-
certified, pre-owned.
$1,500, maybe $2,000.
That can't get
used
you a Rolex.
It can't.
No,
And I was
no.
like, but if we're at the financial point where we get to there, I'll just buy my own watch. And he was like, no.
No.
I was like,
Wait,
I was
who
like,
is who is the first? Okay, here, actually, can I open up a conversation?
Yes.
Do you remember? It's not something about Mary. It is. What's one of those movies with Ben Stiller? What's the one with him and Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Oh,
It
Jesus.
is when he's. It's him and Jennifer Aniston. A movie, and Philip Seymour Hoffman's like his friend in it.
Along Came Polly.
Along Came Polly.
Yeah.
Okay. Along Came Polly was the invention of the word shart. Before that, shart did not exist
Really?
in the parlance.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I promise you.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
Parlance. The first time I heard that was in The Big Lebowski.
yeah, but that was exactly my point. Like, when do these things get introduced into culture?
lexicon.
Yes.
I-
Shart
one of the
Shart
ones-
entered the lexicon at Along Came Polly.
I remember very specifically hearing Kanye say "cray," like that shit's
Yeah.
cray,
Yeah.
and thinking people are going to start saying that now.
Yeah,
And it
in,
happened. That
And
really
in
is-
the motto, that song, Drake and Lil Wayne was like 2014. YOLO is in the chorus of that.
really,
Yeah, yeah,
We should do a
And
whole
they were-
episode on first time words.
yeah, yeah. Parlance entries. I'm pretty sure the motto is the first time anyone said YOLO.
wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think you've ever said a combination of words or accidentally said a combination of sounds that no one else has ever said? Have you ever had
Yes.
an original thought?
Like a truly original
A
thought.
truly original thought statement where you said it, no one else. 6, 7, 8, 9 billion people.
By accident, yes.
Oh.
I don't think those things happen. You're like, I want to say something original. I'll use this word. Like, that isn't the case. But while you're talking, as many of us do, I talk without thinking first, right? And words come out, and I'm like, well, I just said that for the first time. That sometimes can lead to truly original thoughts.
But it's quality, not quantity, right? Because I could say backwards xylophone bicycle fuck and be like, I'm pretty sure no one's ever
And
said
be the
that
10th
before.
guy to say it.
But it's
Right.
but if low quality, high quantity.
That's just like throwing things out
Sure,
there,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But like when you're in conversation and you're truly not really thinking about, like, everything that I think is gonna come out, and you're just going, right?
Yeah.
There are times where original thoughts come out of your mouth, whereas sometimes original thoughts are just left in someone's head.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. I think that's the whole like thing about comedy, right? How do you say something that everybody kind of relates to, but like, and they go, "Oh, that's so true," but to say it in a way that people don't hear every single day.
Right. Well, and also it's in the prose, so to speak, or it's like in the cadence of speech and in the presentation. And so many things can come together for something to actually be meaningful. Like the Bible is a good example, or like any religious text is a good example of it, is that you lay it out in a cadence, or you give it gravity by the way that you place it and where you put it. And all of a sudden it means something huge. It's like, don't hit your brother in the face. Okay, there's that. But then there's also like, thou shall not butt fuck your brother, or whatever the hell it says
In
about
the
it.
face.
yeah, in the face. Thou shall not hit your brother in the face with a universal TV remote.
Right.
No,
it's funny. I was
Luke
just
20
I was telling this to Nick. We were just watching Justin Foster's special earlier.
Darren 1912.
Right.
Sorry, keep going.
I recently learned on a podcast this week that the perfect cadence for comedy is 92 beats per minute.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, that's what a comic told me, and he said he studied it.
Now, why it can't just be for comedy though, because it's got to be something that connects to like the metronome of life and the metronome of people.
The metronome of like a person standing. This could be spoken word, it could be TED Talk, it could be whatever. But like giving a speech to and getting people to like commune in like that, like we're in a trance kind of situation is like a 92 beats per minute. And then he ran this against like a bunch of like successful comedians, and it turns out like Dave Attell, George Carlin,
They
were all
sink in
nailing
there.
like they were in a range. It was like 91 to 94, but the perfect is 92. So I put a 92 beats per minute metronome up when I was just watching Justin's special, and I know he wasn't spot on, but he was pretty close.
Really?
Yeah.
We that's also very close to the beats per minute of the ideal hip hop song.
What's the ideal hip hop BPM?
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But
And that might have
it's-
been an original sentence that I just said right there.
That might be.
Who do you think has ever said the words, "What's the ideal hip hop BPM"?
Oh,
That's
plenty
definitely
of
been
people.
I don't
said. You
think
can
it's ever
Google
been.
that. And
I bet you
it'll
like
be
40 hip hop studios within 10 miles that's been said in every other
I
week.
would venture to say it's never been said before.
Siri knows the answer to that question because it's been asked so many times.
Yeah.
What's the ideal?
Hip hop, and
Hip
she'll end it. She'll be like
hop.
BPM? Yeah.
You know what she's going to say? Hooray! Ho!
Oh, look. What's the? I didn't even spell it right. What's the ideal hip hop and then beats?
BPM, it's 98. I bet you it's 98.
I think it's 96.5.
It might be lower than that. I'm going to say it's 95.
85 to 95. And that's exactly what I was saying.
Broad range.
No,
Now, rock
that would
music-
put 90 right in the middle of that range.
I bet you rock
Which is
music
exactly what I
is
was
120 to 140, somewhere in there.
120. I think it's 120, right on the dot.
Yeah.
Like I think the top 10 of the top 10 songs
Yeah.
are
120
120.
is a very common one. I mean, yeah.
So
You should have us on your podcast. Nick.
that one, yeah, we should talk about that. But 120 is considered the most popular tempo for a rock or pop song.
Now that's interesting because 120 beats per minute is a beat every half second exactly.
Right.
And the interesting thing about time, the way that we control the way that we structure time as seconds, is it's completely arbitrary. potentially, of just the rising and the setting of the sun. That takes 24 hours.
Right.
And that's
But
time.
then why does 60 seconds have to be in a minute? Why does 60 minutes have to be in an hour? Maybe that has something to do with our heartbeats versus what how we think.
I mean, it's interesting that 120 and 60 are, obviously that's
I
a
think
divisor.
that's the best point there is that when you go to halftime in a song,
you want to know what's also interesting? You'd go to 60.
Correct.
But you want to know what's also interesting is that between full time and halftime is 90, which is basically the hip hop BPM.
Right.
And so like you're just trading off increments of this one theoretically arbitrary.
The way we speak can be in different cadences, and the whole point of hip hop is that you've got these different types of verses and choruses that have different cadences. So you can be rapping at 120,
right? Yeah.
Over
or 180
a 90 beat per minute.
Yeah. Or you can be Sticky Fingers rapping 240 over 90.
Busta.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of different things there, and that the fact that the math all works out is very interesting, and probably has something to do with who like humans are at the core.
I mean, there's like some vibrational reality probably to it. Like if you took a tuning fork and held it to like
the
your
flat
elbow
Earth,
or something. The flat,
what's
flattest
the
part of
most
the
common heartbeat per minute?
Ooh,
that's tough because runners have really low heartbeats.
Right. But what's the average resting heartbeat?
I think it's 75.
Most common resting.
I bet you it's in the 60s.
No.
I bet you it is.
178.
Average resting heartbeat, 60s.
The adult normal resting heart range is between 60 and 100 beats per minute.
Ha! Nailed it.
An athlete might have a resting heart rate of 40 beats per minute.
Right.
I'm in the low 90s.
But that means that what we were just talking about is very possible that the heartbeats per minute lines up with your favorite songs.
Look up there might be an answer to this, like the resonant frequency of the human body. You know how like a bowl has a resonant frequency?
yeah.
I
or
think
a
it's
glass?
548 hertz because that's what I've been listening to go to sleep every night, and it puts me out in like
And
a
then
minute.
here's the interesting thing. You take, let's say it's 548, and we figure out the distance of those wavelengths.
Mm-hmm.
You can figure out the time of those wavelengths, the distance between the peaks of those wavelengths, and I bet there's some divisibility by
brain
60,
waves.
90, 120.
So many researchers found the human whole body fundamental resonant frequency to be around 5 hertz. However, in recent years, some people are approximating 10 hertz.
Oh, it's way off.
5 hertz.
So
But
why
that's
does
not-
why
that's
does
not
500 put you to sleep?
But there is you can find time somewhere in hertz because hertz is wavelength, right?
Yeah,
See, time
people are
doesn't
saying,
hurt.
People are
Love
saying now
hurts.
7.5.
Love scars. It wounds and Mars.
All right. What does the timer say, Nick? I can't read it.
90 BPM,
I think we're at 40 something.
120 BPM.
46.
Oh, we got to go.
It says God particle in big letters.
Well, this might have been the best episode we've ever had
Well,
of Are You Serious? We got serious.
the last 90 seconds got interesting about resonant frequencies and shit. Just show some endurance and just stick around until minute 49.
You're saying that at minute 49. Thanks for watching Are You Serious, everybody? We'll see you next time.
This show's a piece of shit.